Welcome back to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel, where today I will be previewing the Grade 2 Triple Bend at Santa Anita this Saturday, May 27th. We have 7 horses going 7 furlongs on the dirt track. To start off, we have the number 1 Midnight Mammoth. He is 4 for 18 lifetime with only 1 win at Santa Anita. His last race, he was able to finish 3rd in the G2 California, going 9 furlongs. However, he has no wins at 7 furlongs on his resume, and you have to look back a long time to even find a race where he's only gone around 1 turn. I just think that the fact that he was just in Claiming Company back in March, he didn't even win that, and now he's in a G2, just makes me pass on him entirely. The number 2 is Desmond Doss. Raced 22 times with half of his starts on dirt, half of them on turf. His last race was going 6 furlongs on the turf, where he failed to make the top 3. Now, it was after an 8-month layoff, but going from state bred stakes races to G2, I just don't see it happening here at this horse. The number 3 is Positivity for Doug O'Neill. He had been off for 13 months before getting 3rd in the G3 Kona Gold last month at Santa Anita. Before that, he spent some time in Dubai where he didn't do so great. So that's why I'm sure he got a 13-month layoff. They then threw him in a G3 after 13 months, and he still hit the board. I get that there was only 5 horses in there, but that still shows that the horse has some grit left in him. Out of the 6 times he has gone 7 furlongs, he has finished top 3 in 6 of them. He has the pace to want to stalk, which could work out for him. The number 4 is Forbidden Kingdom from Richard Mandela. He might sound familiar because he was on the Kentucky Derby Trail back in 2022. That didn't quite work out for him. He took a layoff, came back 6 months later, where they have him restricted to 1-turn races, and he has fared pretty decent. He was in the Malibu back in December, but he was no match for Taba. His last race, he had the lead up until the end, where he was outran by Spirit of Makena, who is also in this race. He has the early speed, but so does Spirit of Makena, so that could easily turn into a speed duel with those 2 horses. The number 5 is Howbeit. He was claimed for $100,000 last month, where he finished 4th in that race, and he had finished 4th 3 times before that. The owners clearly think that he has some run left in him. I mean, $100,000 for a 6-year-old horse who hasn't done well in the last year seems a little bit off to me, but hey, I'm not going to tell people how they want to spend their money. He is a first-time gelding, so maybe that can help him get back to the form he had a couple years back. His last win was at the Santa Anita Sprint Championship, where he outran CZ Rocket, who's also in this race. I think that he's kind of a question mark. He could run well, or he could just get 4th place once again. The number 6 is Spirit of Makena, who is also trained by George Papa Prodromo, who also trains the number 5. This is the most lightly raced horse in the bunch, having only ran 4 times. He's won 3 of those. Now, his first stakes company was in March, where he won the G3 San Carlos against Forbidden Kingdom. Definitely has a speed to keep up with Forbidden Kingdom once again. I just wonder if they're going to tire themselves out. He has had a 3-month layoff. The last time that a horse had this kind of layoff, he fired with his best buyer yet. Finally, we have the number 7 CZ Rocket. This is the old man in the group. He is 9 years old, but he just keeps going on. He's won $2 million for his connections over the last 38 races. Yes, I said that right. That's 38 races. But even considering that, he really hasn't really slowed down that much. Now, he did run 2 weeks ago, so clearly the connections think that he's still primed and ready after his return from Dubai. He did get 2nd place in the Breeders' Cup Sprint back in November behind Elite Power. So that shows me that he still kind of wants to compete. He has some speed. He's not going to be at the front with the other 2 horses, but he's most likely going to tuck in the middle and hope that a pace collapse. So with all of that said, my top pick is going to be none other than the old man CZ Rocket. I know he has Spirit of Makena in here and Forbidden Kingdom, but this dude is just the class of the field. He has won 3 out of his 8 races at 7 furlongs. And if he can keep up with horses like Jackie's Warriors, then kudos to him at 9 years old. I think that Forbidden Kingdom is going to be rode a little bit more aggressively. I think that Spirit of Makena is going to try to keep up, and a stalker like CZ Rocket will have the upper hand. So underneath, I'm going to do a $10 exacta box with Forbidden Kingdom and CZ Rocket, and a trifecta. Let's add in Spirit of Makena. Now, it probably is not going to pay that much, but these are the 3 best horses in here. Thanks for turning into the Racing Dudes YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you never miss one of our videos. Comment below who you think's gonna win this race. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. We're headed to Illinois right now. See you next week.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dudes YouTube channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.